Hello everyone, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, your Dark Knight of Collecting, and welcome back to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. I'm so excited today because we have a great guest review from Collector Jack. Now, Jack did not want to appear on camera. He wanted me to share my thoughts on this piece, so he did provide the footage, and I want to thank Jack so very much for doing this video for us. Now, this really doesn't need much of an introduction, but it is, of course, the 1/3 scale Hawkman from Iron Studios. This piece is epic. It is by artist Yves Reis. Absolutely phenomenal piece and is literally known as one of the best statues right now in the collecting community. He did get two versions. He has the open wing and the closed wing. He did want me to make sure that I told you that the closed wings are mostly resin. It's polystone. It does have some PVC elements on the tips, which is really smart because this is held close to the body and the weight will not necessarily matter. But look at the details. Look at the feathers. Great shading in my opinion. I think this is really, really awesome. Of course, most people, I think, prefer that open wing look, but of course the open wing look does take up a lot of space. But here you can really see the detail and the nice shadowing, texturing, and they look really good feather-wise, of course, of Hawkman, and I feel like he looks very stoic that way. But then, of course, you have the open wing version, which we see here. It's incredible. It is 40.9 inches tall, and the width is crazy. It's 50.7 inches wide. Okay, 50.7 inches wide. So anyway, I want you to be aware of that. So let's look at the base here. Great base. It doesn't take up a lot of room, which I really appreciate. It's that round base, lots of great detail on it. But again, it's not a focal point by any means on this statue, but it does have great coloring, as you can see. It is reminiscent of some other bases that maybe we've seen from other companies and collectibles. I really like that round look. I just really appreciate that because it doesn't take up very much space. But here you can see the hieroglyphics here. It just looks really good and just nice little details. And again, subtle color. Okay, I feel like that's important. I feel like you don't want a base that's screaming color because again, that takes away from the art of the actual figure itself. But regardless, really cool looking base here. As you can see the detail, I like the coloring all throughout, and the birds are really cool and all the little etchings. Just fun, right? It looks really good, and I really am impressed with the texturing. So now we are going to start going up the base here and actually looking at the figure and some of the incredible details here. I really like the coloring on this piece. I think it's really well done. This mace here looks really good as well. Perhaps it could have used maybe a little bit more shading on the texturing, but it does look really good here, and that's a very minor nitpick, but I think it looks really impressive. I love the boot covers. I like the armor. Again, I like the color separation between the yellows and reds and greens of the pants. This is a color combination that we don't always see on statues, so it stands out to me. How often do you see, maybe unless it's like a Green Lantern or something, or you don't see these color combinations. Of course, you have the chainmail in the front. Again, that's all fully sculpted, which looks really great, and you have that leather look with the belt and the arm wraps. I mean, again, this is fully sculpted, folks, but it doesn't look like it. It looks really good. It kind of reminds me of the bandages on the Prime 1 Killer Croc. Really good. Look at the shading and the texturing in the arms. You can see the veins in the biceps. It just looks fantastic there. The pinks and the tans. Really impressive. They did a really nice paint job on this. I'm just blown away by what I'm seeing right here. Of course, all the area of the chest where you have all of that detail. There's just so much statue eye candy right there. A lot going on, and it looks really good. The abs are phenomenal. I mean, look at the veins coming through the abs there. Insane detail by Iron Studios. I tip my hat to them very, very much. And then, of course, as you go up the statue, you have more detail up there. Now he's going around the back here. Let's see what we're going to see back here. Again, really great detail. It's that leather look on the back of the boots. Looks great. His sword holder looks great. His sword looks great, but I just love that leather texturing. I mean, that is so freaking realistic. It's so good. Man, look at this thing. Okay, so what else do we need to see on this piece? Let's see. Again, the bandages on the arm looks really great. Again, I'm just blown away by the skin color. Just looks so good. Nice texturing, paint on the hands, looks very realistic. Man, just looks good, right, guys? Look at the wings back there. He did want me to bring up that the wings themselves, with that massive span, they are mostly PVC. They are a lightweight material. There is some resin elements on it, but it is a PVC element, so it's not so heavy. So you're not going to get any drooping, which is incredibly smart by Iron Studios. And then look at the head sculpt here. Nice shading. That 5 o'clock shadow looks really great. The eyes look really great as well. And I feel like the helmet color, it looks very old and dated, and that armor on his shoulder. It's just really phenomenal. This, again, I'm just really blown away by this piece because I do feel like it's one of the best statues on the market today, and I know that that's why it sold out so quick. It's very difficult to find this piece right now because of this detail, and I think that this is probably, in my opinion, the best Iron Studios piece to date. I'm, of course, very excited about their 1/3 scale Joker, but I don't know. I just don't know if there's a piece out there that can match this one in terms of quality, in terms of sheer presence, especially with the wings. And again, I know that there is some setbacks with that because it does take up some space. But, man, just look at the detail. I mean, really, I do not need to say anything. I can let all of these photos, this video, do the talking for me. It's a great character that's not done all that often. I know Sideshow is doing the HAWKMAN, and people are hoping for a HAWKMAN in 1/4 scale. But I think the thing that's most impressive to me is the skin, the elements of texture, the paint, and of course those wings. I mean, the wings, I mean, here we have another close look at them. They're just really well done. They're well textured, they're well sculpted. And I love the black shading on it. It gives it depth, which is really nice. And again, you know, that wingspan is insane. And again, I'm looking at this 50.7 inches in length whenever you're talking about the wings open. Of course, if the wings are closed, you're talking about 22 inches. So there's a giant difference between what you're getting. And I think that both of these poses look amazing. If I was going to display it in my collection, I would probably use the closed wings because I do feel like that look, I just like it kind of wrapped and engulfed around him. I think it kind of frames the character just a little bit more, and so that's what I prefer. But again, look at the detail on the back here. Look at the chain mail. It looks really impressive. And from top to bottom, you cannot go wrong with this piece. And again, you're going to have a really hard time finding this piece at this point, but you will be able to find it from time to time. Definitely check out the buy-sell trade groups. And I would love to know from the community, do you have this piece? Is this a piece that's been on your radar and you maybe tried to pre-order it and you couldn't get it? I mean, let me know what your thoughts are and what your experiences have been with this piece. Because again, it's just a fun piece, and I feel like it is, I know I'm getting repetitive here, but it is, in my eyes, one of the best statues on the market, and I feel like it really upped the level from Iron Studios. I feel like Iron Studios before was a great company and they put out a lot of great product, but with this one, I feel like they just opened the door and kicked it open and showed what they could do. Just really impressive. And like I said, I'm really excited for the Joker. Anyway, I want to give a special thanks again to Jack. You are amazing, Jack, for providing this footage for us, and I'm so glad that you have this piece. I'm just so happy for you. It's just so cool. I wish I collected other characters other than Batman sometimes, and this would definitely be one of them. So anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.